Now at 5, the Crawford County Sheriff's Office gets a new deputy that's already making an impact. Plus, a major upgrade is coming to Nevada, Missouri's storm warning capabilities.
President Trump receives a royal welcome as an historic second state visit in the UK kicks off. I'm Natalie Brandt with a look at the pageantry and why U.S. tech giants are also a big part of this trip.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Crawford County Sheriff's Department adds a new member to its force to fight drug crimes. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. Deputies now have backup with a badge and 4 paws. He's one of the newest deputies at the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, and he's already making an impact 1 month into the job. K9 Kane took to the streets at the beginning of this month after 6 weeks of training. He's the department's only K9, and he plays an important role in cases where they need help tracking or searching for narcotics. The Crawford County Sheriff and Kane's handler both emphasize the German Shepherd is a working dog whose job is to help make the community safer.
Everybody knows we have a drug issue here in Crawford County, like any other county and state. And having one in our department and not having to rely solely on Pittsburgh PD helps us out tremendously.
He's certified in tracking, he's certified in narcotics, heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamines, and that's the stuff that we're focused on getting off the streets.
The K9 program was made possible through community donations from donors like Arvest Bank and Diamond Pet Food. The Sheriff's Office says no tax dollars were spent on K9 Kane. Well, an event this weekend shines the spotlight on 4-legged heroes who once served the community. Academy Animal Hospital in Joplin is hosting a fundraiser this Saturday from noon to 2 with pulled pork sandwiches, sides, desserts, and more, all to benefit retired K9 officers. I don't believe this is the right video. Each of the retired K9s served between 7 and 8 years before leaving the force. If you cannot attend in person, donations can be made directly at the clinic, by phone with a debit card, or through the mail. Proceeds go directly to care for the retired K9s, ensuring they continue to receive the love and respect they deserve. Well, Southwest Missouri community invests in new technology to keep its residents safe. After more than 40 years, Nevada, Missouri is replacing its aging storm sirens. 7 new sirens are set to be installed by mid-October. The upgraded system can be accessed through an app and will allow the National Weather Service to issue warnings directly for the city. The fire chief says daily testing will be done silently, and the new sirens will cover a larger area, reaching into parts of the county. The city will also place large speakers at the golf course and baseball fields with pre-recorded messages warning of incoming weather.
Sirens a lot of them are really old, so 60s, 70s, 80s. They're pretty antiquated. So after that tornado, it was my biggest life safety issue when I came aboard in this position, was to get those replaced, just because they don't go out that far as the sound. So after the tornado, it kind of helped push things along, and we're able to get approved to get 7 new sirens strategically placed throughout the city of Nevada.
The new sirens are expected to be in place by mid-October, and the city says the system will be fully installed before the old one comes down. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy joins us now with a first look at weather.
Yeah, and once again, just like we've seen over the past couple days, we are tracking a few pop-up thunderstorms with the heating of the day getting going out there, especially in southwestern Missouri. Not quite as numerous as what we did see yesterday, but they are out there. You can see them kind of pulse up, pulse down, so they're not really moving. Also, look at these little outflow boundaries right here. So we have, as this presses into this complex, that will kind of fire off a few more as we go through the next several hours. One small little thunderstorm just north of Mount Vernon, and one kind of dying near Cassville. So these are going to be out there, hit and miss over the next few hours. Once we lose the heating of the day, they're gone, but some scattered thunderstorms start to try to pop up again late tonight into Thursday. So I'm going to break that down for you here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, President Trump kicked off an unprecedented second state visit to the UK with a royal welcome at Windsor Castle. The trip is a mix of royal pageantry, diplomacy, and business deals, with the U.S. and UK announcing a new tech partnership. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
A royal charm offensive as President Trump and the First Lady arrived at Windsor Castle, joining King Charles and Queen Camilla for a carriage procession. The pomp and pageantry included 1,300 members of the British military, 120 horses, and royal bands. This trip is an unprecedented second state visit, but it's also about business. This week, the U.S. and U.K. announced a new technology partnership with joint efforts that focus on nuclear energy and artificial intelligence. U.S. tech giants, including Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Google, have pledged more than $40 billion in investments.
Tremendous opportunity in economic growth, in social services, advancing science, you name it. And that special U.S.-UK technology relationship is not something to be taken lightly.
But not everyone in the UK is embracing the relationship. Demonstrators gathered outside Windsor Castle ahead of the president's arrival.
Trump doesn't represent Britain, doesn't represent our values, and we don't agree with all the horror that he's caused to many lives.
Tuesday, 4 people were arrested after an old picture of Trump and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was projected on the royal residence. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Last week, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer fired the UK ambassador to the United States over his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Well, still ahead, the financial burden of owning a pet.
Helping families keep their pets. I'm Cristian Benavides with the organization working to keep animal companions with their people and out of the shelter system.
But first, possible changes on the horizon from the Vaccine Advisory Committee that garners reactions from parents and doctors. Topping today's Health Watch, a new Vaccine Advisory Committee assembled by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. meets tomorrow and Friday to review possible changes. Now, Kennedy, of course, is an outspoken vaccine skeptic. Christian Benavides has reaction from both parents and doctors.
Please lay down the baby.
Marcella Farah's 2-year-old daughter Sophia has all her vaccines.
I know.
Today she got her flu shot.
Everybody's a little bit more confused, but I think a lot of people are still very strong in their own beliefs. And at least from my bubble, the people are still getting vaccines.
At this Fort Myers, Florida pediatrician's office, patients are asking more questions since Florida announced it would roll back some school vaccine mandates, including for the chickenpox and hepatitis B. It's something mother of 3 Marita Smith said she agrees with.
Ultimately, your stance is that the parents should decide.
Yes, I'm the legal guardian for them, right? So who else is supposed to decide?
Still, her daughter got the HPV shot.
We're kind of in a space where we're just trying to take all the information in, and we haven't been one way or the other yet.
First-time father Brandon Gonsalves opted not to vaccinate his newborn for hepatitis B, which the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends be done at birth.
What are your plans for future vaccines?
We're not too sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open.
A survey by the Kaiser Family Foundation and the Washington Post found that while 1 in 6 parents are rejecting vaccine recommendations, vaccines remain popular, with about 80% of parents saying they should be mandated in schools. Are we going to see more sick kids in Florida?
You've got to expect to.
Dr. David Butler believes some parents are choosing not to vaccinate because of mistrust and misinformation.
They bring their views into the room and they have their minds made up before they come in.
You think that parents are not listening to medical advice?
A lot of times, yes. Yeah.
And what goes through your mind as a medical professional?
It's difficult because me, myself, all of my colleagues, all we want to do is provide the best care we can for your child.
I'm Cristian Benavides in Fort Myers, Florida.
Well, losing weight through exercise may be better for cardiovascular health than losing weight with medications. A University of Copenhagen study finds people who maintain their weight loss through regular exercise reduce their development of atherosclerosis, which is a leading cause of heart attack and strokes. Researchers say the weight loss drugs called GLP-1s also reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, but exercise is vital to maintain the health benefits of weight loss. That's a look at today's health news. A little later, our pet vet on call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we're going to tell you why your barking dog is not going hoarse.
And of course, we're going to be dodging some more thunderstorms next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another warmer / hot one once again for us today. Most of us near 90, if not into lower 90s. Some hit-miss storms popping up again over the past couple hours, especially in southwestern Missouri. Now, 80 to 85% of us are going to stay dry as we go through the evening, but there are a few guys out there. You can see this little outflow boundary right there. That may fire up a few storms as that pushes into southwestern Missouri, but majority of us are dry. You can see some hit-miss guys out across Berry County into Lawrence County, and a little bit more numerous when you get over towards Springfield and Branson, but they're going to be out there. Next couple hours kind of pulse up, pulse down, not really moving. Once we lose the heating of the day, those are all going to be gone. So by 10 p.m., sitting into the mid-70s, looking pretty good. Let's go into Thursday morning. Scattered thunderstorms try to pop up late tonight. Here's 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning in southeast Kansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma, kind of skimming the area, but there are going to be some scattered guys out there as we go through the morning hours. Here's the noon hour. I'm going to take you into the afternoon. Everything kind of pulses up again. I think tomorrow afternoon, a little more widespread than what we have seen today. Maybe a little more similar to kind of what we had yesterday or even a little bit more. Temperatures into the upper 80s. You can see these thunderstorms flaring up. Here's 6:30 p.m. and then tracking out of the region once we get to about 8, 9, 10 p.m. on Thursday. So things will calm down as we get into Thursday evening. Heading into Friday morning, we may get a random shower to start, but I actually think most of Friday looks pretty good. High temps, mid, maybe upper 80s, but we should have quite a bit of sunshine across the region. Then Friday night, here comes another little impulse that can fire off some showers and thunderstorms for the first half of the day on Saturday. All right, 68 to start, 82 by noon. Let's go with a high temp of 83 by 4 p.m. Or a high temp of 87, but 83 at 4 p.m. Let's jump into Friday evening. We got high school Friday night, high school football, of course, week 4 for some, and then week 3 for others. 79 by kickoff, 70 by the fourth quarter. Not quite as hot as what we had last week, but still kind of warm. Looks good right now. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam through the evening, dodging a few storms, dropping back through the 70s. But look at these temps where you aren't getting any rain. Temperatures 90, 91 degrees. So it is fairly warm. Humidity's kind of up there. Dew point sitting 66-ish, which makes it feel a little bit sticky across the region. This is all due to this upper level wave that is going to continue to kind of play havoc with our weather over the next 36 hours. And then it rotates out, but then of course we have another one that's going to fill in right behind it as we get into Sunday and Monday. So let's go 87 on Thursday, 87 on Friday, 91 Saturday, 87 on Sunday. Thunderstorm chances, especially late Sunday into Monday. Some of those could be a little bit stronger, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that.
Hey, but the chance of rain on Friday night football is leaving us.
Looks pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, we like that. All right, thanks, Doug. Well, coming up, see how a South Florida organization is trying to keep pet care financially feasible. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the cost of owning a pet can easily top $1,000 a year, including food and vet bills. Around the country, many who are struggling financially find they can't keep up and decide to place their dogs or cats in shelters. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides reports on a South Florida organization that's trying to keep that from happening.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida resident Kathleen Ortega is homebound because of a disability. To care for her cat Selena, she counts on volunteers like Sylvia Druitt, who regularly visits her home.
There you go.
On a hot September day in South Florida, that meant bringing cat litter and food up a flight of stairs. Druitt decided to volunteer for the Pet Project for Pets after the organization helped when Druitt experienced hard times.
For the people, for the pets, it's life-changing for me. I feel like every day, I got a purpose to go out and help somebody else.
The goal is to help pet owners so their furry loved ones can stay out of the shelter system. Sue Martino is the executive director.
The shelters are overcrowded. Animals are being euthanized because there's no room.
The nonprofit started in 2002, helping people living with HIV/AIDS care for their pets. It has expanded its services since then. Now the group hands out up to 15 tons of food each month.
The people barely have food for themselves, and they prefer to feed an animal before they feed themselves.
The organization runs on donations, grants, and volunteers who help run this thrift store. All the money raised here goes to help pet families in need. The store offers discounted prices on pet items as well as furniture and even TVs. Ortega is grateful. Without the help, she says she wouldn't know how to care for Selena.
You treat your animal like if it's a kid. It has needs, and it's expensive. It's like taking care of a kid.
The organization ensures families of all kinds stay intact. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Fort Lauderdale.
The Pet Project says if a pet owner is helping dies, the organization works hard to find a foster home for the animal as well as a permanent one. Well, the Federal Reserve announces the first interest rate cut of the year. Policymakers voted to lower a key interest rate 0.25 percentage point, and they signaled 2 more cuts are likely later this year. The move is designed to keep the economy growing by making it less expensive to borrow money. Economists say that could encourage businesses to hire more workers and bolster the labor market. This is the first rate cut in 9 months, even though President Trump has put enormous pressure on the Fed to reduce borrowing cost. Final check of the forecast is next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, is it possible to maintain friendships in divided times while on opposite ends of the political spectrum? And then on KOAM News at 6, meet the Crawford County Sheriff Department's newest deputy dog. Plus, see why a Missouri group is fighting against redistricting. And in sports, Missouri Southern football honors coach John Ware. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and KOAM News at 6. Next in our Pet Vet segment, screaming, yelling, and talking for long periods of time are a few reasons why humans get hoarse. But what about your dog when it barks a lot? Today, our pet vet on call, Dr. Dudek at Parsons Pet Hospital, answers the question, why doesn't my dog get hoarse when he barks a lot?
Probably because that bark is equivalent to our talking. Just like some people that can talk your ears off, dogs can bark forever. It's when you really exert, scream, yell real loud that causes inflammation to your vocal cords and makes you go hoarse. So if your dog is not getting hoarse, he's just one of those talkative people that has a lot to say.
We invite questions from anyone. If you have one, just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. Now let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. First up is Posey, an adult female red, golden orange, and chestnut colored hound. She's a larger dog and loves to be petted. She's available to be adopted at the Joplin Humane Society. Next is Nosferatu, a domestic short-haired male cat that's all about stealing hearts. Despite his spooky name, he's nothing but sweet. Nosferatu is available for adoption from the SEK Humane Society. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? Aw, cute animals.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, weather-wise, we are going to have still a few hit and miss storms as we go through the next few hours. I would say 80% of us stay dry, but there are going to be a few out there. Those are going to die down, some scattered thunderstorms popping up early tomorrow morning, and then again, late in the afternoon, high temp 87. Friday looks pretty good. And then rain chances right back in as we head into the weekend, also early next week.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, thank you for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and we'll be back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.